We got a note from the creator of Bleach regarding him revealing one of the strongest of the Bombies. Now, I believe he's referring to the people that was riding with Bombietta from the 1,000 Year Blood War, from, the Quincy side of things. It says here, Bleach creator reveals the strongest Bombies.
Still moving on, still moving on. This is for my day ones. This is for my day ones.
Come on, hit that subscribe button and that bell so you get notified whenever we drop updates on all the latest and greatest news in the world of anime manga. Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War wrapped up its second core of episodes earlier this summer as fans got to see Bombietta Bastabine's Bombies group set in motion, and the creator behind it all revealed which member of the group is actually the strongest. The Bombies were a new Quincy group that got fans' attention when the first wave of episodes hit last fall, as fans saw the fight between the Soul Reapers and Quincy's first began, but it wasn't until part 2 that Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War actually showcased what each of them could do in real fights. Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War showcased the respective abilities of each of the Bombies with varied successes against the Soul Reapers, and it will likely be as fans wait to see whether or not they survive the watch power drain seen at the end of part 2, because the main villain is just, he's a pretty bad dude. He has no loyalty even to his Quincy brethren. But when asked by fans about which of the Bombies members is actually the strongest, Bleach series creator Tite Kubo reveal that there are 2 sets of rankings depending on how each of the Bombies compare. As Kubo explained to fans in a blurb for Club Outside Group, the order of powers for the Bombies is they fought one another with the blue enhanced Quincy ability is likely, Liloto Lampard, then Giselle Gawel, Minenas Mikal, oh my god, these names, Minenas Mikalin, and Bombietta Bastabine, and finally Candace Catnip. If they fought with just fists alone without any enhancements, then the order would likely be Liloto, followed by Minenas, Candace, Giselle, and finally Bombietta. So according to Bleach creator, Liloto is the strongest of the group either way. That's interesting because it really was introduced as if, Bombietta is just like that girl. She's strong as hell, and interesting. This seemed to be the case as Liloto was revealed to be one of the most resilient of the group when part 2 is coming to an end, and there's a question as to whether or not she'll reappear in the next wave of episodes. Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War Part 3 is now in the works for a release sometime in 2024 and carries the subtitle of The Conflict. You can currently catch up with everything that's happened in the first 2 parts of the anime streaming on Hulu in the United States and Disney Plus and international territories. And speaking of, since part 3 of the 1,000 Year Blood War is for 2024 and we just wrapped it up at the end of the summer, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say we're probably gonna get the next part of the Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War sometime either around this time it'll start, like maybe next year it'll start around October, or again summer, but I feel like summer is too soon. I feel like next time we'll get Bleach 1,000 Blood War at the earliest it'll start next fall. That way it gives them a long time to work on this thing. I prefer, honestly, the more time the better, because we'll get better quality. So that's where I'm gonna guess maybe October of 2024, or it might even be pushed to winter 2025. Maybe it'll be January 2025, because again, gives them enough time, a lot of time actually, to work on this thing and get it right, and hopefully they follow suit with the Boruto anime on a different note. But yeah, if you was wondering about who's the strongest according to Tite Kubo, it was not Bombietta, despite the fact that Bombietta went up against one of the strongest foes you could with Komomura's unlocked capabilities and all that jazz. And it's nice to get insight from time to time from this Club Outside from Tite Kubo.
Thought it would have been, wish it would have been. Acting like I'm fine is getting harder to pretend. I said, thought you would have been, wish you would have been. Maybe I was wrong.